Hi everyone, this is Melissa. I go by Stitching Liz here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. I hope you'll follow me in both places. It would mean a lot to me if you would. Today's going to be my July update video. I'm going to show you some things that I acquired. I'm going to show you some things that I worked on and a couple of finishes too. So, let's start out with something new that I got. I had wanted to, for Pride Month, try and buy something from a patron store that had somebody in the Pride community who ran the store. And I have heard of Mislaid Pages, run by Jessie. And they have been dyeing fabric and they have patterns and they sell dinky dyes thread. And in February, they even did a box, February, I think is what they called it. So it was like a bird box theme. And so I went on their website and I was really excited to see what I might be able to get. So I'm going to show you what I got. I'm really excited about it. Shipping was super quick. The store is easy to shop. Again, it's called Mislaid Pages. This is the business card. And I even got a floss drop. And I like stickers. I put them on my bobbin box usually. And so I bought one of her stickers with her logo. I like the purple so much. I think it's a really cool logo. So I bought this sticker. I think you could put this on a water bottle. I think it's one of those vinyl stickers that is safe to have on your water bottle. But I think I'm gonna put it on my bobbin box. So I was happy to have that. And I bought one pattern that I've been wanting to get that Bendy Stitchy Designs did. It's called Odd World. And it says on it, the world is odd and sometimes wonderful. I am gonna change the colors up on this and use what I have in my stash. But I like this sentiment so much about the world being odd, but sometimes wonderful. It feels like so hopeful to me. So I've been wanting to get this one for a while. And so I got that from Jessie's store. And the next couple of things were sold a la carte, but they were leftovers from the February box. I'm having a little trouble saying that. One thing is not a pattern or anything, but I got this artwork. Uncanny Kari did this and I think it's beautiful. I put it in the frame. It's just a print that it came as on like cardstock, but it fit perfectly in this frame and I framed it in this frame. You can see it's like birds blossoming out of the buds and then flying away. I just thought this was so beautiful. So I got this. And let's see. So the other stuff I got also came from that box, but it was cross stitch specific. So Jessie, the owner of Mislaid Pages, actually started designing, and this is her very first design. You can see it's swans and this really beautiful border. And I like this so much. And this is stitched with a particular set of dinky dyes thread that came with the box. And I did get the thread. Oh, this is called Spring's Promise. I got the thread to go with it. I've never used Dinky Dyes. So these are the threads. They're so pretty. They look so fluffy. I am very curious to stitch with them and see what it feels like to stitch with them. I've never done it before, and I very rarely use silk. So I'm excited to try these and see what they're like. Then, because I had such a good experience with her store, I decided to become a patron on her Patreon. And she has been dyeing fabric, and it's really beautiful fabric. She gave her patrons first dibs on her new fabric sale, and so I was able to get access to the fabric right away. And she even had the kind of fabric I like, which is 16 count Aida. And so I picked up a piece of that fabric. The colorway is called Wrath, and it looks like this. It's a nice piece. So she does ice dyeing, so you can see that kind of look to it. I'm not sure what I'll stitch on this, but I just really liked the coloring of it, and I feel like I'll find something to go on it for sure. So I was really excited about that. So I had a really good experience with Mislaid Pages. So I would recommend trying out that store if you're interested. The other thing that I got was Happy Mail, a gift from Michelle Bendy. I am a patron of hers as well on her Patreon. And one of the things she does on her Patreon as a member is that she live streams her Flosstube videos while she records them, so that before and after the actual Flosstube part of the video, patrons, we have like chats and stuff. You can chat with her. We talk about things. And one day she decided to go through her fabric stash, and she was giving away fabric. She was going to send it to you, and she just wanted to destash some of her fabric, and you just had to ask for it. It was really very kind and generous, and also a lot of fun. So she sent that over, and it came with this cute little card that has a pattern on the back, Firefly Mini, with a little notie inside. And she also sent a free additional skein of Brain and Needle floss, which I've never tried. This one is called Holidays Around the Bay Nan's Tea Cozy, and it's super soft. I'm excited to try this. I've heard a lot about Brain and Needle floss, so I'm excited to try it. So that was super generous. And then the fabric was a 16 count Aida, and it's showing a very gray in the picture, but it's a little lavender. It's got a little lavender to it. It's going to be a great kind of neutral to put stuff on. I am very excited to use this. So thank you so much to Michelle. That was so kind of her. So those are the things that I got that are new. I've been working on some crafting. I had started this coloring sheet several years ago with crayons, but I didn't have crayons to finish it. And I was in Staples the other day with a coupon, and I got myself a box of crayons. So I finished a coloring sheet that I was very excited to finish, and this is what it looked like. So this is all crayons, and I'm very happy with it. There's nothing like a new box of crayons that'll make you happy and make you think of starting school again. So I worked on that. And then I have worked on my granny stripe blanket that I've been keeping you updated on. I added 2 more skeins, I think, 2 more skeins of yarn since the last time I showed it to you. I need to add 1 more skein of this light teal color. Almost looks minty green. But I finished adding the aqua. And just to remind you, there's this dark teal. And then on the other side, it goes back to the aqua. And back to that minty green. So I just need to add 1 more skein of the minty green and this will be finished. So that's been really fun to work on. This was done through a tutorial that Bella Coco Crochet on YouTube put out for Granny Stripe Blanket. Okay, so now on to cross stitching. I had 2 finishes this month, and one of them was one of the new Quirky Quaker jellyfish. This was done with cottage garden threads. It's 2 different colors, like a purpley variegated and a yellow to blue variegated. I did mine on a darker fabric that I thought looked like deep sea. And this is what it turned out like. I love it. I think it's super cute. I love the colors. The fabric is great to work on. I still have another little piece of this left, and I hope I can find something good to put on it and use it again. This fabric is, I believe, Gothic from Picture This Plus, and it's a 16 count Aida. So I finished that. I also finished Memento Mori by Bendy Stitchy Designs that was done for Forbidden Fiber Co.'s fundraiser for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, I think it is. And it had a special set of flosses that it went with that were Neil Diamond themed. And that's what mine turned out like. I made a slight change. The words Memento Mori and Memento Vivere were supposed to be on the ends, but I wanted to condense it, so I put them underneath. This was a really therapeutic stitch, and I really enjoyed it. It's on Fox and Rabbit 16 count Aida. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like a gray. So I finished that. So that was really fun. I've been working on a few things, and one of them is my daily temperature record by Zara Design Studio. It's 1 heart per day, depending on what the temperature of the day is, the high temperature of the day, with the coldest colors in my range being purple and the hottest being red. And I stitch this on Sundays and I catch up with the week. So let me show you what that's looking like. I'm on the 4th round, and it goes like this when you stitch it, not across. So you can see I am here right now. That's where I ended, and now I'm going up this week. So that is my temperature record. It's been getting hotter and hotter as the summer's been going on. So you can see there's more red towards the middle now. This is a really fun project. I really look forward to doing it on Sunday mornings. I've also been working on the hashtag Stitch for Sage project. That is a sale that was started by some Instagrammers to honor and support and cheer on Sage, the designer behind Night Spirit Studio. And the goal was to pick one of her designs and to stitch it with the hashtag Stitch for Sage to cheer her on as she goes through a cancer battle. So I chose the Wretched Sacrifice. This is all done in DMC 310. Oh, did you hear my visitor? That's my cat named Puppy. Puppy is very curious about the pile of stuff I've got going on. So, let me show you where I'm at with the Wretched Sacrifice. It's very dense stitching and it takes a long time, but I really enjoy doing it. It's different. I like it a lot. So I've almost got the whole lady done. Her feet need to be done, and then the floor underneath her, and then I'll move on to the other half. But I'm almost done with this half of the project. This is done on 16 count Aida. It's Barnwood by Picture This Plus. I'm really enjoying stitching on it. So that's Stitch for Sage sound. I started for this summer Gathering Strawberries by Annie V's Folk Art. And my fabric color is very different than this picture. This is done mostly with Classic Colorworks that I had gotten a really long time ago. And this is where I'm at with it. So I finished that strawberry plant in the urn and the stack of strawberries at the bottom, and I finished the chickens, and I'm working on the girl. I'm partway through her dress. This is a very yellow fabric. It's called, I believe, Moon Glow by Picture This Plus, and again, it's a 16 count Aida. I pulled it out of the hoop to show you, so excuse the hoop marks. This is really enjoyable. It's a lot of color changes in the strawberries though. There's a couple of different reds and pinks in there. So, but I'm enjoying that one and hope to get that finished this summer. And I couldn't let July go by without doing a little Christmas in July stitching. And you may know that Diana of It Is Kismet has a sale every July called Christmas in July sale to celebrate her birthday, which actually takes place in December, but December is a really hard time to have a birthday. So she does the sale Christmas in July. So for that sale and just to celebrate Christmas in July, I pulled out this pattern that I have. It's by Corey Ibatakori. I don't know how to pronounce the title of the pattern, but I think it's Christmas People, approximately. So there's all different characters. I am doing this snowman. And this is how far I've gotten so far. So the whole border is done. The only thing left to do is all the white, so all of the snowman body and head. And then there are a couple of snowflakes and shoes, a wand or stick that the snowflake is, there's a snowflake on top of, and his hands need to be done, but it's basically all white and a little brown that's left. I may regret leaving all of this white back and forth till the last thing, but maybe it'll be nice and soothing to just go back and forth over and over again. I really like this guy. He's so cute. So I'm hoping to finish this by the end of July, which is coming up. August starts on Tuesday, so I'm hoping to finish it this weekend. We'll see how I do. This is done on that same fox and rabbit fabric. I had a pretty big piece of it, so I was able to use it more than once. It's 16 count Aida as usual. So those are all of my patterns. In terms of plans, I hope to finish my Christmas in July sale. I hope to work on my Stitch for Sage pattern, get further with that. I would like to finish the Gathering Strawberries summer pattern. There are 2 other summer patterns that I'd like to work on that are in my seasonal whip-go board. There are a couple of more quirky Quakers that came out with the jellyfish. There's a crab and an octopus that are also done with a cottage garden, specifically dyed cottage garden threads that I have that I might sneak in there. I want to finish my granny stripe blanket. So that's a lot. We'll see how I do. I'm not really sure how it'll go, but hopefully it'll go well and I'll get a lot done. So I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.